Borderlands 2 is of course one of, if not the greatest looter shooter games of all time, and while playing a previous challenge playthrough where I could only use items found in trash piles, I realised that my grenades were by far the most powerful thing I had. So then I started to think, and today I'll be trying to beat Borderlands 2 while only using grenades. And now starting off with some rules. So number 1 is of course no guns whatsoever in any way, shape or form. Then with rule number 2, I can only use melee, but only until Boom Boom, because the game will not let you get any grenade mods until you fight Boom Boom. I was searching for a few hours, couldn't find a single one. I'm pretty sure it's locked. And lastly, rule number 3, I can get whatever relics, class mods and shields I want, unless if they can deal damage in any sort of way, like a spike or nova shield. But now let's start with the challenge. And I decided to pick Salvador because of his one thing in his skill tree that lets you throw 2 grenades at one time while only spending 1 grenade. Now I could have chosen Axton, but all of his skill tree is a bit spread out when it comes to his grenade skills. So it's a bit of a pain if I'm only really going to get to level 30. So I changed Salvador's name to Grenadador for obvious reasons. And yes, I am using the Xbox 360 disc of Borderlands 2. I paid for it, why would I not use it? Then I wake up to Claptrap digging my grave, so that's a good sign. Then after entering Claptrap's dodgy looking house, his eye gets stolen by Knuckle Dragger. If only he could have taken his voice box or something, man. And now it is my job to go retrieve it. But I head to Tannis first and get level 3 so I can melee Knuckle Dragger into the ground. Then 10 minutes after I start the game, mainly because Claptrap takes so fucking long getting here, I can finally fight Knuckle Dragger, and it only takes a minute of me mashing my fists into him to finally kill him. And the blindsided mission is done. And as I got to the iceberg, there were a bunch of enemies there, and I killed them all with grenades, even though it took way longer than it should have. The only problem was actually finding the grenade ammo. Then we meet up with everybody's favourite gentleman, Sir Hammerlock. Then I give him Claptrap's eye to fist back inside of him. Then it takes nearly 2 minutes for the power to turn on, and I finish the cleaning up the berg quest. Then I check the ammo vendor, which I was expecting to have grenade mods in it, and realise it absolutely does not. And at this point I start to go into a little bit of a panic, and I'm thinking of every possible way you can get a grenade mod. So for the next hour I'm trying every possible solution I can think of, along with the help of someone in the Twitch chat, and he knows way more about the game than I do. So we're using 2 brains at once and couldn't figure out a single way to get a grenade mod in the Southern Shelf without fighting Boom Boom. And first off I went to Southern Shelf Bay because I knew there was another ammo vendor there and I was hoping that it would have a different item pool. But when I got to Southern Shelf Bay, I wasn't that lucky and it was still a green shield that was there, so time to try the next thing. Also the entire time I was looking in every bullywong pile I could possibly find, but without any luck. Then I went to all the different chest spots that I know of in the Southern Shelf and the Southern Shelf Bay, starting off with this one in the furthest part of Southern Shelf Bay, then with this car trunk in the bandit part of Southern Shelf Bay, then this red chest in the outskirts of the Southern Shelf. Tried the chests multiple times and just only came up with greens. Mostly green shields. I hate all green shields now. Thanks game. And this moment right here, after searching those chests multiple times, is when I decided to create rule number 2, which is the rule that I can melee anything up until Boom Boom and nothing ever after Boom Boom. Because this guy is just a normal kill 'em marauder with a shield that I actually cannot kill with 3 grenades in my inventory, and at this point in the game, it's the maximum I can possibly have. But before I wanted to make that a solid rule, I went around for 25 minutes searching every chest I could, still didn't have anything. So it's time to fight Boom Boom with my damn fists. And even then it takes me nearly 7 minutes just to kill Mini Boom. And that's when I get my first 2 grenade mods. And because Bigger Boom is of course in Big Bertha, I basically need to deal 3 enemies worth of damage to kill both of the Boom brothers. Then after 25 minutes of killing Boom and Boom with my fists and grenades, I get to level 7 and he drops the bonus package. And now this isn't any normal bonus package, this one just happens to be 0 fuse, baby. Crap. Oh, 0 fuse! Oh my god! And now that I've got a very good looking grenade mod, I can finally take on Captain Flint, and hopefully kill him. Then after 5 minutes of struggling through these enemies because I can only hold 3 grenades at a time, and I use this cool tactic someone showed me in the Twitch chat to get me up to the top of the elevator in like less than half the time that it usually takes. Then it's time to fight Captain Flint, the strongest raid boss in the entire game. But I have a little bit of a present for Captain Flint, and it's called sitting in a little corner while buying grenades like a little bitch. And all you have to do here is just get killed a couple of times and hope that Captain Flint will be close enough to this spot by the time you respawn that you can just spam grenades, spam grenades, spam grenades. You run out of grenades, buy more, the ammo dumps are right here. Then rinse and repeat and hope he doesn't kill you before you kill him. But the best part is that if he goes full fire mode and becomes basically impossible to kill, you can just move out the way a bit so he can't hit you. But there we have it, we have finally beaten Captain Flint, and it only took 2 hours. At this time in the game, I 100% wanted to cry. But I decided to continue because I am insane. Then, as a flaming psycho is chasing me, I board Claptrap's ship, and it's time to get to Three Horns Divide. Then, as I get to Three Horns Divide, I try and use scooters at catch a ride, but sadly it do not be working. So I have to go get a piece from a random robot in this little bandit place right next to me. And then this chest might be the worst chest I've ever seen in my life, because after searching all those chests in the southern shelf, I've opened one here and it's full of grenade mods. Sick. Then I repair the catch a ride, and it's time to head to Sanctuary. And because Roland is a bitch, before I can enter Sanctuary I have to go and help this Corporal Reese guy. Then I grab the Echo and it's time to help Corporal Reese from these damn psychos. Hello psychos, say hello to bonus package. Ah, all dead in the first explosion, how satisfying. But now I have to get the power core and just look at all these beautiful little explosions. Then we finally make it to Sanctuary. Then I have to plug in the power core, then go talk to the beautiful incest man himself, Mr. Scooter. And because we now know that Roland is missing, we have to go make this city fly. So he gives me some iridium to go get a part for the city, and I finally get my first grenade SDU. Then I install the final fuel cell and the city doesn't fly. So I finish the plan B mission, then I head to the slots to hope for some iridium, sadly didn't get any, but then next time I'll be going to Frostburn Canyon and hunting the Firehawk. And that will be the end of this episode, and if you've got any tips to help me or any cool ideas for Borderlands, please let me know in the comments, but otherwise, thank you for watching, and there will be a new episode very soon.